The transfer market is heating up, and the race is officially on. Milan and Juventus are locked in a high-stakes battle to secure their top targets, with the Rossoneri moving aggressively to land Leon Goretzka on a fresh 3-year deal. Meanwhile, Juventus is working hard to negotiate with Liverpool for shot-stopper Alisson, who is ready for a new chapter after the Reds signed his successor. It is a tactical chess match where every single move could redefine these historic clubs for years to come.
Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to prop it up? Meet the Pop Sockets phone grip with expanding kickstand in black, your new must-have accessory. Don't miss out. Grab yours today. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Big changes are brewing in the heart of the Juventus defense. The Bianconeri are preparing an all-out effort to sign the Korean monster, Kim Min-jae, as a reunion with his former coach becomes a top priority. To make room for this defensive powerhouse, the club is reportedly willing to part ways with Federico Gatti. It is a bold shake-up that shows just how serious management is about bolstering their backline for the upcoming campaign. Tension is mounting ahead of the massive clash between Juventus and Milan, as fitness concerns plague the Bianconeri squad. Star attacker Kenan Yildiz remains a doubt while training separately, and the team is dealing with a flurry of other injury issues across the roster. With Dusan Vlahovic unlikely to suit up, coach Luciano Spalletti is looking to the red-hot Jonathan David to lead the charge after his recent scoring heroics in training. The countdown to the Scudetto is officially on for Inter Milan, who sit just one win away from claiming their 21st league title. While the Nerazzurri edge closer to glory, the football world turns its eyes to the San Siro for a massive showdown between Milan and Juventus. Adrian Rabiot is ready to lead the charge for the Rossoneri against his former club, with Champions League spots hanging in the balance for both sides. If you want to keep up with every twist, turn, and transfer rumor in Serie A, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell for all the latest updates. Ever feel like the biggest clubs in Italy are playing a high-stakes game of musical chairs? Well, AC Milan and Juventus are officially on the prowl, and they have their sights set on two massive names that could shift the landscape of Serie A. Let's break down the pursuit of Leon Goretzka and Alisson. First up, AC Milan is playing this move with serious urgency. They have already rolled out a 3-year deal worth €5 million annually to Goretzka, and the chatter is that they are feeling confident about a quick decision. It is a bold move, especially since Massimiliano Allegri is reportedly eyeing the German engine to anchor a midfield alongside heavyweights like Luka Modric and Adrian Rabiot. It is a dream setup, but Milan knows the risk. With other giants potentially lurking, they are sweating the competition just a little bit. Meanwhile, over at Juventus, the focus has shifted toward the posts. Alisson Becker seems to have made up his mind that his time at Anfield has reached its natural conclusion. With Liverpool already securing Georgi Mamardashvili as his successor, the writing is on the wall. The personal terms aren't the hurdle here, it's the transfer fee. Liverpool is looking for a payday between 10 and 15 million euros, but Juve would clearly prefer to avoid the sticker price entirely, potentially involving Michel Di Gregorio as a bargaining chip to get the deal across the line. Both clubs are playing it smart, targeting proven, reliable assets that won't blow up their wage structures. While these might not be the flashiest, headline-grabbing signings of the summer, they represent the kind of tactical, pragmatic recruitment that wins championships. If Milan can lock in Goretzka before the vultures start circling, it would be an absolute masterstroke. So, who do you think makes the bigger splash? Milan bringing in a powerhouse midfielder or Juventus finally solidifying their defense with a world-class keeper? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, hit that subscribe button, and let us know which of these moves you see happening first. Because in the world of European football, the only thing more exciting than the match itself is the chess game played behind the scenes. Could Federico Gatti be the latest victim of Juventus's shifting tactical ambitions? It sounds cold, but in the ruthless world of Serie A, sentiment rarely wins trophies. Juventus is reportedly eyeing a massive defensive shake-up, and the man in the crosshairs to fund a high-profile arrival is none other than Gatti. Now, let's be clear, Gatti hasn't exactly been a flop. He's been a reliable, grit-and-grind presence for years, a guy who popped up with that crucial late equalizer against Roma that, quite frankly, defined their fight for fourth place. But under the current management, the tides have turned. Luciano Spalletti is looking to tighten his grip on the backline, and he's clearly looking for a specific kind of profile that doesn't seem to include Gatti in the starting mix. Enter Kim Min-jae. Remember him. The Korean monster was an absolute force of nature when he led Napoli to that historic Scudetto, effectively ending a 33-year title drought. Since his move to Bayern Munich, things haven't exactly gone to plan, and he's found himself sliding down the pecking order behind Upamecano and Ta. Juventus sees a window of opportunity here. They want the elite-level composure Kim brings, and they view him as the final piece of a championship-caliber puzzle. Of course, this move isn't cheap. With Bayern likely looking for at least 20 million euros, someone has to go to balance the books, and unfortunately, that looks like it will be Gatti. It's a bitter pill to swallow for a player who has been a constant presence in Turin since 2022, but this is the reality of the modern game. You either adapt, or you make space for someone who fits the manager's vision perfectly. If you think this is a smart move for Juve or a harsh betrayal of a loyal servant, let me know in the comments below. Smash that subscribe button if you want to stay ahead of the transfer market madness. And remember, in football, just like in life, sometimes you have to burn bridges to build a fortress. Is the Juventus storm cloud clearing just in time for their high-stakes showdown with Milan? Or is the injury list going to derail their momentum? The tension is palpable as we look toward the San Siro, where a crucial battle for the podium and Champions League positioning awaits. Right now, the biggest question mark hanging over Turin is Kenan Yildiz. The 20-year-old sensation, who was limited to a brief cameo against Bologna, is currently grinding through individual training sessions to manage some persistent physical discomfort. While reports suggest both he and Kefren Thuram might scrape through to make the squad, it is a race against time that the coaching staff won't take lightly. Meanwhile, the news on Dusan Vlahovic is more sobering. It looks like we will have to wait until the clash with Hellas Verona to see him back on the pitch. With confirmed absentees like Mattia Perrin and Arkadiusz Milik already sidelined, the squad depth is being pushed to its absolute limit. But here is where the story gets interesting. Jonathan David. After finding the back of the net against Bologna, the Canadian striker reportedly pulled off a stunner in training that had the entire squad buzzing. It is a massive vote of confidence, and it looks like he is locked in to lead the line once again. If Yildiz isn't cleared, we are looking at Jeremy Boga potentially stepping in to flank him alongside the electric Francisco Canseco. At the back, we expect the steady trio of Kalulu, Bremer, and Kelly to hold the fort. This match is more than just points. It is a statement of intent in a season defined by margins. Can Juve overcome these setbacks to snatch a result away from home? Let us know your score predictions in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for all the latest Bianconeri updates. Until next time, stay tuned for more tactical breakdowns. Imagine being one game away from football immortality. For Inter Milan, that dream is no longer a distant possibility. It is right at their doorstep. Inter sits on the verge of clinching the Serie A title, and the math is starting to lean heavily in their favor. With a commanding 12-point lead over both Napoli and Milan with only 5 games left, the Scudetto is essentially theirs to lose. But the drama isn't just in the standings, it is in the timing. We are looking at a scenario where Inter could mathematically secure their 21st league crown as early as this weekend. It all hinges on Napoli's clash with Cremonese on Friday. If Napoli slips up, the door swings wide open for Inter to seal the deal against Torino. Think about the irony here. AC Milan, Inter's bitter rivals, find themselves in the uncomfortable position of potentially handing the trophy to their neighbors if things go south during their high-stakes battle against Juventus at the San Siro. And that match isn't just about the title. It is a massive battle for Champions League survival. Milan's Rabiot, fresh off a stellar run since joining from Marseille, will be the man under the microscope as he faces his former Juventus side. It is a classic narrative of redemption and rivalry that reminds us why Serie A remains one of the most compelling leagues in the world. Even if Inter has to wait a week, they only need 4 points from their remaining matches to make it official. Their recent form has been nothing short of clinical, turning a mid-season wobble into a dominant march toward the trophy. Are we witnessing one of the most decisive title runs in recent memory? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of football. Until next time, stay on the ball.